Good afternoon, children.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Only
Good
Punya.
afternoon, ma'am.
Okay. So we had completed epithelial tissue and we started with the connective tissue in our previous period. And what are the points we discussed about connective tissue? Anna, one point we discussed in our previous class regarding connective tissues.
It links and supports other tissue or organs.
Yes, good. Then Naureen, another point.
Most abundant in complex animals.
Gayatri.
It includes cartilage, blood, adipose, and
Okay.
bone.
Evelyn, another point.
They'll secrete polysaccharides
Hmm.
between the cells fibers
Forming a.
matrix.
Okay. One more point. Nia, what was the point they left out?
They are divided into three.
Okay, classification. They are divided into three. Which are those three?
Loose connective, dense, specialized.
Connective tissue and specialized connective tissue. And we will be learning more about these different types of tissues. Before that, one more point was there, no, which she left out, Nandana?
In all connective tissues except for blood, the cells known as fibroblasts, they release proteins known as collagen or
Elastin.
elastin. They provide strength, flexibility, elasticity.
Okay. Okay, good. So we'll continue. So this is what we saw in the previous class. Loose connective tissue, dense connective tissue, specialized connective tissue. Loose connective tissue again subdivided into areolar and adipose tissue. We have learned at least briefly about all these in class 9. Dense connective tissue is divided into dense regular and dense irregular. Then specialized connective tissues are cartilage, bone, and also blood. So these are the different types of connective tissues. Now we'll start with the first one, loose connective tissue. As the name suggests, the fibers and cells, they are very loosely packed. They are arranged in a semi-fluid ground substance or matrix. The ground substance, otherwise known as matrix. So within this semi-fluid matrix, the different cells and fibers are arranged. And the cells include fibroblast, macrophages, and mast cells. Macrophages and mast cells are a type of white blood cells. They play a very important role in providing immunity. So okay. So as I told you already, loose connective tissue consists of cells and fibers, and these cells of fiber and fibers are loosely arranged in a semi-fluid ground substance. So they have got a matrix which is semi-fluid in nature, and here the different fibers and cells are arranged. And one example for loose connective tissue is areolar tissue. In class 9, you have learned about areolar tissue. Areolar tissue is the one which is present beneath the skin. You can see them between the skin and the muscles, then around the blood vessels, nerve cells, in the bone marrow. So mainly they are found between the skin and the muscles. Areolar tissue mainly found beneath the skin, and it acts as a support framework for epithelium. It acts as a support framework, providing extra support to the epithelial tissue. Apart from that, they serve many other functions. It will help in repairing the damaged tissues, provide support to the internal organs, fills the space inside the internal organs. So apart from these, apart from the function given in your textbook, they perform many more functions. So I'll repeat again, areolar tissue is present beneath the skin. And in class 9, you hope you're remembering the points we learned. You find them between the skin and the muscles, around the blood vessels, nerves, and even in the bone marrow. They help in repairing damaged tissues, give support to the internal organs, fills the space inside the organs. Apart from that, they even act as a support framework for the epithelial tissue. Now moving on to the next type of loose connective tissue, that is adipose tissue. Adipose tissue is also found just beneath your skin, and the speciality of adipose tissue is that this tissue stores fat globules, fat molecules. So fat gets stored in the adipose tissue, and since fat is stored in this particular tissue, they act as an insulator. They act as an insulator. Insulator in the sense that your body warmth will be maintained. It will not allow the body heat to escape from your body, allows your the temperature of your body, warmth of the body to be retained within the body itself. Excess nutrients are converted into fats and they are stored in these tissue, and the cells of adipose tissue we call as adipocytes. It is in these adipocytes that the fat globules are stored, and because of the storage of fat molecules, and that too just below the skin, it acts as an insulator, helping to retain your body's warmth. Okay, it will not allow the body heat to escape out. So I'll repeat the points we covered. We were discussing about loose connective tissue, and loose connective tissue are of two types, areolar tissue and adipose tissue. And in these tissues, the different cells and fibers, the cells like fibroblasts, macrophages, mast cells, all these are arranged in a semi-fluid matrix. And areolar tissue is present beneath the skin. You can even find them around the blood vessels, nerves, and even in the bone marrow. They act as a support framework for the epithelial tissue, helps in the repairing of damaged tissues, fills the space inside the internal organs, and gives support to the organs. Now, adipose tissue is found beneath the skin, and you can even find them between the internal organs. So in between the internal organs and also mainly beneath the skin. And this tissue consists of specialized cells known as adipocytes, and adipocytes store fat. The fat molecules, excess nutrients, the excess nutrients we take in will be converted into fat, and these fat molecules will be stored in the adipocytes present in the adipose tissue. And because of this reason, because of the storage of these fat molecules, this tissue acts as an insulator. Now moving on to the next type of tissue, that is dense connective tissue. So we covered loose connective tissue. Now moving on to dense connective tissues. Here the fibers and fibroblasts, the cells and fibers, they're very compactly packed. In the previous one, all these were packed in a semi-fluid ground substance. Semi-fluid ground substance it was arranged, but here these are very tightly packed, and hence the name dense connective tissue. And dense connective tissue we can further categorize into dense regular and dense irregular connective tissue. And the difference between these two you can see from the figure given. In the first one, the first figure is dense regular connective tissue. Second one is dense irregular. In regular connective tissue, you can see an orderly arrangement of fibers and cells, whereas these are not arranged in a proper order in dense irregular connective tissue. So as the name suggests, in regular connective tissue, there is an orderly arrangement of these fibers and cells, whereas in dense irregular connective tissue, no such arrangement. It is not arranged in a proper order. Randomly, the cells and fibers are present. So first we will learn about dense irregular connective tissue. Here you can find the cells and fibers, fibroblasts and fibers. Fibers, you know what are the different fibers? Mainly collagen and even elastin fibers also. So these are irregularly arranged, not in a specific pattern, not in any row pattern. They are just irregularly arranged. And this type of connective tissue you can find in the skin. Skin, definitely epithelial tissue is present. So scattered in the skin or present in the skin, this connective tissue is also present. So dense irregular connective tissue is found in your skin too. Is it clear? You want me to repeat it? So there are two types of dense connective tissues. As the name suggests, in dense connective tissue, the fibers and fibroblasts, the cells and fibers are very tightly or very compactly packed, making it very dense. And there are two types, regular and irregular connective tissues. As the name suggests, in regular connective tissue, there is an orderly arrangement of fibers and fibroblasts. The cells and fibers are orderly arranged, whereas in dense irregular, you cannot find any orderly arrangement. They are just irregularly arranged. And one example for that is skin. Here you can find irregular pattern of fibroblasts and fibers. Now moving on to dense regular connective tissue. As the name suggests, a regular pattern of fibers can be seen, and as I told you, there is a regular pattern and the collagen fibers are arranged in rows in between parallel bundles of other fibers. Example, tendons and ligament. So in dense irregular connective tissue, cells and fibers are irregularly arranged. No specific pattern, no rows or any parallel arrangement you cannot find. The cells and fibers are randomly arranged. But here you can find that the fibroblast and the fibers, so all these collagen, I told you mainly the fiber present is collagen and elastin fibers both are there, and these collagen fibers you can see them already. I showed the picture before. These are arranged in rows between the parallel bundles of fibers. So many parallel bundles of fibers are there. In between that you can find collagen fibers arranged in rows. Example for dense regular connective tissue, tendons and ligaments. So now let's see what is the difference between tendons and ligaments. So both these are fibrous connective tissues, and tendons will connect muscles to bones. So here you can see the picture of both tendons and ligaments. Tendon, as I said, here you can see the skeletal muscles, and it is attached to the bone. So with the help of tendons, so they help in attaching muscles to bones, whereas ligament attach one bone to another or two bones. So here you can see this is one bone, this is another bone. So connecting these two bones, there is a fibrous tissue, you call it as ligament. So you should not get confused between ligament and tendon. Ligament connects two bones together, whereas tendon will connect muscle to a bone. Clear? So that is about dense regular connective tissue. Is it clear, children? Any slide to be repeated? We don't have more time. Okay. So what did we learn now? We learned about loose and dense connective tissue. So under loose connective tissue, Vidur, what did we learn? Loose connective tissue.
They have cells and fibers loosely packed in a semi-fluid ground.
Semi-fluid matrix or ground substance. Okay, then which are the different types? Examples you did not say. Gayatri.
Areolar adipose.
Areolar tissue and adipose tissue. And Nandana, what do you know about areolar tissue?
They come beneath the skin.
Found
It's
in then provides
support and framework
to what?
for the epithelium.
Then about adipose tissue. Sharon, about adipose tissue, what did we learn?
They locate beneath the skin. Cells of this tissue store fats, adipose
Adipose sites.
sites.
And this tissue acts as an anybody? Punya
Insulator.
acts as an insulator, helping us to retain our body warm. Then after that, we learned about dense connective tissue. Dense connective tissue are of two types: dense regular and dense irregular. What do you know about dense irregular connective tissue? Malavika, dense irregular connective tissue. Why do you call it dense irregular?
They have an irregular pattern of fibroblast and fibers.
There the fibers are not arranged in any proper pattern. It's irregularly arranged. Example, Malavika? Example for dense irregular.
Skin.
Skin. Then dense regular connective tissue. Examples? Naurin, dense regular. Examples?
Tendons and ligaments.
How are they different from each other? Anna, how are they different from each other? Tendons and ligaments. Difference.
Tendons muscle to bone. Ligaments connect bone to bone.
Very good. Okay. And how come the attendance is very low now? 12 participants. Somebody is in the waiting room. Okay, anyway, we'll wind up, children. See, don't skip the class. Tell your friends that whether it is 4:20, maybe some are sleeping, no? That's why they don't want to attend the class. Is it like that? Maybe after lunch, they might have gone to sleep and they can't get up now. Anyways, don't repeat it, okay? Not you people, tell your friends. I know you contact others. They might be contacting you to know what has happened. Anyway, thank you, children. See you next class. Hope I'll get the topics for investigatory project by tomorrow, 10 o'clock. Thank you.